Hi, everyone. This is Robbie, and this is our last episode of the year for Miscellaneous Candor. Frank, honest, and otherwise outspoken. I can't believe we actually started this, I don't know, August or so? And maybe it was July. I can't even remember because we've been so consistent every week. Steven came on board and is now our consistent co-host. So this show is Steven and my show now. It's Steven and my show. And then, Greg comes on here and there. In fact, today we have Greg coming back on the show. We figured we started with Greg on the first episode, so why not end with Greg for the last episode of the year? Anyway, sit back and listen. Look forward to some new things next year. Definitely, I know I mentioned this before, but we are definitely going to have a new email address. So you can send us emails. We definitely want to hear from our audience. We want to hear your feedback. We want you to leave reviews. We want you to encourage more people to follow us and like us. We're really excited about what's to come in 2025. All right, let's get started. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. It's Robbie here from Miscellaneous Candor. Frank, honest, and otherwise outspoken. That's right. Today is New Year's Eve, and we have an episode for you to listen to. Yes, we're going into 2025, and in honor of ending this year, we'll definitely be back next year. We thought that we would end like we began. So Greg is here today as our guest host as we go into the new year. Hi, Greg.
It's so good to be back.
Welcome, Greg. Welcome, Greg.
Steven,
I believe it's the end of the year already. It's amazing. So here we are.
And as Robbie typically does, she forgot to mention myself. It is I, Stephen Kennedy, your board-certified atheist at your service.
I think we should make, you need to trademark that, or we need to trademark that, and we should make t-shirts.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, that actually is a really good idea.
Yeah, I think so. I was thinking about this the other day.
I never really know how those like quick D2C t-shirt companies that like are always in pop-up ads for me, like on stupid sites with a lot of clickbait. It's like, some chick with like super nice boobs and she's wearing a t-shirt that's really clever and irreverent. And you're like, it's like this t-shirt company. I always go, do these companies stay in business for a second? I don't.
Oh, no, it's a very simple thing. So, there's a way that you don't have to, these people don't have to actually produce the t-shirts and have them in stock. So you order it, it gets produced and gets sent directly to you. They make the profit. So
yeah, I know, but isn't it like a race to the bottom with price? Like there's no moat there. It's just basically all marketing. I guess it is, right?
Yes, it is all marketing. So if they're marketing well, and clearly you remembered the ad, you just don't.
It's got boobs in.
Yeah. So there are other people that are going to click yes and buy because of the boobs. You're just looking at them. So, really working.
So you say I'm just a cheap boob gazer, huh?
Yeah, kinda.
You know what I think is funny? Because your phones are listening to you, you're now going to receive ads with a girl with big boobs. That's what it says. It is I, Stephen Kennedy, your board-certified atheist.
I hope so. I hope you're right.
Oh my God. Thank God we have our LLC. Anyway, okay, so you guys, it's going to be when this airs, the last day of the year. Can you believe it? We're through 2024. Okay. What do we want to talk about? Like, what was like the big things that happened in 2024? I mean, usually we go through the whole podcast and AI and that sort of thing. We could still do that, but I was just wondering.
Oh, you want to just change the format all of a sudden without?
No,
yeah, I mean, come on. Oh,
don't.
just blow through the outline.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what was your best podcast for this?
You know what? The best podcast?
Yes, I
Did
love
you
the
only listen to one podcast this year?
flow through the outline. I'm sorry, it's not what's great.
My favorite was by far Bad Friends, but I did listen to a new one. I have been listening to.
Did Greg?
Um, it's I don't know if you guys are familiar with this, but it's called Not Today, Pal. It's the podcasters are Jamie Lynn Sigler from The Sopranos and the guy that played her brother in the show, which was Robert Lyer.
Oh,
And
really? They have a podcast?
Robert Eiler.
Everyone has a podcast,
Robert-
Robbie. We have a podcast
I
that says
know.
anything about the democratization of podcasts.
I know. It's so
And it's actually interesting, but what really captivated me is this Jamie Lynn Sigler, her voice and the way she enunciates. It's kind of catchy. It's kind of captivating. So that's pretty much why I started
whatever.
watching it.
You just
Watch the clips.
you just think she's hot. You always
I
thought
mean, she's actually improved. I don't know if it's cosmetic surgery, probably, but well, she's
I don't even remember. I don't even know what she looks like. I can't even.
Meadow Soprano? You don't
Yes,
remember
that's the one.
Meadow Soprano?
She was the overweight sister in The Sopranos.
Yeah. I mean, no. Ugh.
But look at her. I mean, take a look now. She looks pretty good.
Oh, she's changed. Good for her.
Yeah.
Well, she's
And she got a
grown up.
podcast.
Yeah.
Everybody has a podcast.
True.
Okay, so wait, Steven, that means you've listened to 3 podcasts this year.
I've been poking around, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Well, don't get so excited.
I really am, because you didn't listen to anything for, what was it, 5 months?
I don't think she understood what I was saying. Anyways, yeah, it's
Whoa.
Oh my God, here we go.
I'm working a little bit. I'm on this thing that's recording. We're doing a podcast. Yeah.
You know what I find to be very funny about this, Greg?
There it
Yes.
was, Steven. There it was. There was the noise that you talked about.
That's my mini-me. It's
You know
calling.
what's
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
you know what's interesting about this whole thing? Robbie finds this so entertaining, right? When when you're washing broccoli or Mini-Me is saying things in the background. But let me tell you something. A couple weeks ago, we were doing a recording, and while we were recording, I had to take a little tinkle, right?
Yeah,
So
as you should.
exactly, right? And I thought, we got some good flow going here. No pun intended.
No pun intended.
No pun intended. And I thought, let me just take Robbie with me to the bathroom, and we'll continue the discussion.
Why
Reasonable.
do you have to say that part? Let me take Robbie with me to the bathroom. Go on, Steven. Go on.
So I go to the bathroom. I'm doing my thing, and I had to take a moment of pause to do things. And she started, questioning me. What are you doing? What are you doing? You're doing something else. Are you in the bathroom? I know you're in the bathroom. And I was about, I'm getting all frazzled because I'm trying to multitask here. I'm trying to do my thing, and at the same time, Robbie is going off on me and all sorts of things. It was hard for me to concentrate, and I started panting and stuff. I'm like, no, no, it's nothing. He's talking, and she just couldn't let it go. It's like, let me do my thing. She just kept on, harassing me about it.
You know what the lesson is in that, Steven?
Be smoother.
No, just tell the damn truth. That's the thing about Greg. He's like, it's my mini-me. Life
Well,
is
I
happy.
mean,
So you want me to say it's my mini-me?
it's
that
my
what you want?
mini-me. I gotta get my flow going.
You could have. You said definitely more crazy things than that. So why not?
I'm trying to be professional, right? I don't want to say,
I
hey,
know.
Robbie, I'm just taking a leak. Why don't we continue talking?
Let me
That's
go ahead.
better
Sorry, Robbie. I'm gonna have to need
now.
both hands for this.
But you
Sorry.
said it now. You just said it now. That's the thing. So I'm
But I
just
digress.
I'm
yeah,
just
so-
saying.
And Greg,
Anyway,
what
so
did you,
the lady from The Sopranos, as that you were saying.
yes,
Yes,
Son,
podcast.
sorry.
Yes, podcast.
she's quite attractive now, and her voice and her enunciation, it's kind of, it gets to you, you know?
Huh? Yeah, you can't see her.
Oh, you can. Yeah. It's,
You're doing the watching podcast
yeah,
on YouTube thing.
yes.
Yes.
I don't
Yes.
see. I don't do that at all.
Me
Oh, you
neither.
should. It's
Neither,
more
Greg.
engaging.
I don't think so.
Yeah, then I got to
I-
be in front of a computer.
Or your phone.
thing.
Your phone.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I mean, I just have to be looking at a screen, not.
I can't multitask. Like I can't work out. I can't drive in my car. I can't do those things if I'm watching video. That's why it's so hard for me.
Well, I didn't say to watch video while you're driving, Robbie.
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm
Jesus.
saying is that I can't do other things while I'm watching YouTube. Like it's too distracting if I'm doing that. I'm not paying attention to anything I'm doing.
I see.
So a new podcast that I listened to was it's called what is it? Hold on a second. It's by Alexis what is his name? Ohanason, Business Dad, the guy who started Reddit.
Oh,
And
Yeah.
Alexis Ohanahan. I can't say his last name. Anyway, he co-founded Reddit and he's married
And
to
you're
me.
part Irish, yeah.
He's not Irish. He's actually Armenian.
Oh, well then, okay, you're excused.
Thank you.
why would his name be O'Hanahan if he's
It's
Armenian?
not. It's Ohanian. That's not an Irish.
Ohanian. Okay, so okay. Got it.
That's not an Irish last
You
name.
made him sound Irish. That's
That's because I said it wrong. Anyway, that's not the point. The point is he has a podcast called Business Dad. He's married to Serena. Everyone knows that. So I listened to it. And it was okay. Like, I'm really trying to, and in the new year, I'm going to do this. Every week, I'm going to listen to something new. Because I found that I've been talking about the same ones, which I do like because I like them, but I want to listen to something new. But he has some decent guests, and he talks about, he has all of these high-powered friends, and then they talk about how they're balancing, it's mainly men, balancing being a dad and running a business.
Yeah, I think it's called being rich. I mean,
Yeah. Yes and no.
Honestly.
He does go a little bit deeper. That's why I said it's okay. There is some privilege in there, but I think he's trying to go past that a bit. Anyway,
all right. I won't judge.
you can. I mean, that's what we're here for, right?
Judging others.
How about you, Greg? Did you listen to anything that we would not know that you've listened to this week?
I actually hardly listen to anything this past week or two, given the holidays.
he's been building a fence.
Yes, he has been.
Yeah, well, I've got this foster dog destroyed part of the fence, so I have to like rebuild. And then I realized that some of the posts were rotting. It's been several years, so then I'm like, okay, one small repair turned into I'm gonna rebuild this entire side of the fence in more robust fashion. So
Greg, you need to really start like some sort of construction type business just on the side. Even if you have other people that are doing it before everybody.
well, I have
gets
my
to-
mini-me. He's my
Nice.
he's really the construction.
How old is your mini-me?
8.
8. Okay.
Oh my God, I can't believe he's 8 now.
Is
That's-
he is he a good kid or is he a troublemaker? Is he in your cabinet?
He's challenging, but he's good. I mean,
He's a good.
he doesn't really like to do what normal kids like to do. Like he actually really likes all this work.
Oh wow. Interesting.
Yeah, he drives around in his little Jeep with, and chops up brush and hauls it out to a fire pit. And
Oh wow. Okay.
yeah, pretty funny.
He's hardcore.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about this. Let's talk about what's upcoming for 2025. Greg, Steven, what are you guys thinking about? What is the thing that's on top of your mind going into 2024? What's the thing that's highest that you're thinking about?
Oh,
Yeah,
you know
money.
exactly what I'm thinking about.
That's why I opened up the question. Go for it. Tell the audience.
Steven, sorry, I cut you off. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say making money. I gotta make some money. It's literally, it's been a bad market for software for the last couple of years, so I'm sick of it. Sick of it. I won't take it anymore.
You can take it with your own hands.
Yeah, taking
Steven,
life into my own hands.
Very nice, very nice. So it's a year of empowerment for you, is what you're saying.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Nice.
How about you, Steven?
Well, I am interested in what's going to happen with this country. It's all up in the air right now, but also making money, just like Greg said. And you, Robbie?
Actually,
Robbie, are you occupied? I feel like you're busy doing something.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
I mean,
But
I feel like I was talking to you and you weren't there to respond. I feel like
I am here to respond.
You're not in the bathroom, are you?
No, I'm not in the bathroom. I never go to the bathroom when I do this podcast. I make sure to take care of my business before or after.
Okay.
Nevertheless, what am I looking for next year? Yeah, I'd like to make some money too. I think everyone wants to do that, and is hoping that the new administration is going to allow them to make more money. But I'm really going to focus on my own self-care and just making myself a better person, spiritually, physically, all of that.
Spiritual. This is a question I have. When people say they're spiritual, or like you just said, you're going to improve on yourself spiritually, explain to us, explain to the audience what that means.
Okay, well, I'm not going to get in a debate about it. So if you go,
I'm just curious, what does that mean for you?
Being an atheist, you can, but I'm a Christian, and when I say spiritual, I mean that in the sense of my Christian belief.
And how would you improve on that? How would you work on that? What does that mean for you? I'm asking because I'm genuinely curious, and everyone's got their own definition.
You're not genuinely curious, but I'll answer the question.
That really hurts my feelings. I don't even know what to. I'm hurt.
Are you though? Are you hurt?
So sorry. I apologize. Continue.
It just means what I said it means. That's what my focus is going to be.
No, but what does that mean? How do you define that?
Actions that I take.
Have you been a bad girl?
No.
Then you tell. So I want to understand. What does this mean? Improve on yourself.
Oh, Steven.
I asked from a complete 100% place of curiosity and interest in my friend Robbie.
Mm-hmm. No, you're asking to try to poke holes in it. But independent of that, what that means is that I am going to continue to build my practice of my Christian belief, and I will continue to do the things that I have been doing, doubling down on that and living my life in that way, because that's what I believe. There's a path, there's a journey, there are steps, there are ways, there are things that you do, and I'm going to do those. I'm trying to be very elementary in my communication on it because I don't want to debate about it.
This was no debate. Thank you for sharing that. That's all I wanted to understand.
Mm-hmm.
That was a great explanation.
No, it wasn't.
No, it was. It was. I wanted to understand, what does that mean for you? How are you gonna? What does that mean? So thank you for explaining.
Yes, I see that as my path, and not only that, but there's other thing too, just in terms of my health, my well-being. There's things and people I need to make decisions about being in my life or not being in my life. Boundaries I need to create. Opportunities I need to be more open to if I want to create the life that I envision and have envisioned for myself that I think I kind of stalled on a little bit because I was raising a kid.
Oh, wow. Okay. This just got deep. This just got,
Did it? No. Did
oh,
it
yeah,
get deep?
deep.
So there's that. So yeah.
Very nice.
Any other questions?
Not for now.
Okay.
Greg, are you still there?
I don't know what Greg is doing.
I think we lost Greg.
We might have lost Greg, but I think he'll come back. He probably was thinking, "Oh, they're talking. I have time to like run
And go to the
No,
bathroom.
I'm communicating with my roofing guy because we need to get a new roof.
Do it. I knew he was doing it.
It's just a nonstop shit show over here.
I have to, I got to watch you. I want to shadow you for a day. You seem like you have a very fascinating going on over there.
I don't know if you really want to do that.
It's more of just the chaotic life of a suburban dad with significant challenges with ADD.
Yes, there's that part. There is that part. Okay, so how about any sort of things that stood out for you all this year for technology? Not just AI, but just technology in general. And that you're looking forward to next year.
Greg, what do you think?
I mean, other than the AI stuff, which is kind of a big other than, I would say, and it's kind of tied to it, but some of the robotics stuff is pretty badass. I mean, my buddy Brian was over here this morning, and he's a big mechanical engineer, mad scientist, and he brought this drone that he built, like he's like a goddamn Ukrainian soldier, and he has this drone that he hand built himself with like one of these first person virtual goggle things.
Wow, okay.
Insane. Like he was driving it around the backyard while the kids were like riding around on this little Jeep, and he was buzzing them within like an almost uncomfortable margin of their heads.
Oh my God.
But he's got such control of the thing, and he's looking through this headset. It's like virtual reality, first person view, as if you're driving this drone. And so I put it on, and it was amazing, is to say the least. I mean, also a bit nauseating, but it was cool as hell. I mean, I think that technology has come into its own in a degree. It seems like, I don't know, it seems like nobody's really prepared for the implications of it, but it's overall cool as hell.
Is it like Iron Man or better?
I mean, it's like the stuff you read about in the war in Ukraine.
I know, but what I'm saying is like the visualization. I think I'm focused on the
visual. Yeah, it's like a little bit like, yeah, it kind of is like.
Wow.
It's hard to actually make it sound, it's hard to draw a distinction or a parallel to something you see in a movie, because it's really, you feel like you're in it, and it's that type of virtual reality. I mean, it's virtual reality, but it's the reality that's going on from this drone that's obviously in your surroundings, and you can hear it and everything.
Yeah.
And he built it?
Yeah, he's a mad scientist. He built that. He's got like a fixed wing one that we were going to test out, but it's too windy today.
That's incredible.
Yeah. That's wild stuff. I mean, imagine though, like I've read some of these stories, and the Wall Street Journal actually had a video account of it, of a one of those things with a grenade chasing Russian soldiers around a battlefield, and they were like jumping into trenches, and the freaking thing was chasing them in there and going after them. I mean, terrifying.
Well, how about the lasers? Have you heard about the lasers?
Yeah,
the laser.
But the lasers, I have heard about the lasers.
The laser
especially
that are coming.
The thing is, the amount of energy required to generate that laser to be lethal or even effective is not really practical. That's my understanding.
But I understand they're coming online as like handguns because the Ukrainians have figured out the technology because they were using
No.
them to. Yes.
Oh my
Can you
God.
can
You
you,
could see
can you
instead of
explain like
mass
what is
shootings,
laser
mass
gun?
laserings.
That's what the word on
God.
the street is.
Really? A laser
And I
gun?
have someone else, Greg, that I can't say, but you know too, who worked deep in the government, who confirmed that for me
Wow.
That's wild.
and said that when I was talking about this laser, because evidently this laser part is new to me, but my understanding is it's not new. It's just that the format of how it's going to come online in terms of like a gun is new.
That's incredible.
I don't know. Would you get? I can't tell. Like, I don't know enough about it, but I immediately jumped to like, would I rather get shot or lasered? I mean, I don't
I think
really.
shot.
You think you'd
I
rather get shot?
definitely rather get shot. Are you kidding me?
I don't know. I mean, but if a laser is just a concentrated beam, does it just go put a hole through you? But like, I mean, you see the anatomy, what happens with a, you know, yeah, 30-06 round going into somebody or a 45, and it's like, it just explodes inside your body.
Yeah, and it's a quick
Whereas,
death as opposed to a laser, which would slowly.
yeah, it's got a hole in me.
Yeah.
What happened to you? I just got lasered. Oh man, it's a hole in me.
But could a
Yeah,
laser be more deadly than a gun, though? I don't
I
know.
don't
I haven't
know.
gone down this rabbit hole. I just know that evidently
Well, here we are.
This is all news to me. I've never heard of this. This is incredible.
How about you, Stephen? There's so much about AI, but we talk about that every week and we'll continue to talk about it. But what about you, Stephen?
I just think in general, looking at everything out there that's been going on in the last year, it's incredible how far we've come in 1 year. There's just in every sector there's of technology. There's so many different advancements. I can't imagine, what's to come in 2025. This is gonna, the rate of change is just really increasing rapidly.
I know. It's kind of frightening.
Yeah,
and exciting at the same time.
it is. Yeah, I
What were you gonna say?
I think it's just you look at how we grew up in a completely different world, than what it is today. And I'm just thinking, in 10 years, it's just going to be unrecognizable from my youth.
Oh yeah,
I know.
yeah.
I
Well, it's
just
funny you say that. I mean, the
Greg, one
so,
second. I just want to say
oh yeah,
something.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I want
Sorry.
to weigh in on this.
Yeah, my bad.
No. I just was thinking about it. Shut up, Greg and Stephen. Okay, so what I was gonna ask is I want to know what you guys think about this because I've really been racking my brain on trying to figure out what are they gonna do when everything is automated and we don't really have jobs per se. Like, what is that gonna look like?
Are you kidding me? You know how much shit I gotta do around this house that can't be automated? I
Is
mean,
is Greg popping corn?
no, I'm wrapping up a shop vac, but like, I mean, because I have to power wash something and I gotta get this out of the way.
Okay.
I mean, I told you it was gonna be different than doing washing broccoli. Um, I mean, I would love it. I don't know about you guys. Like, I honestly, I know I need that purpose, blah 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 blah, but I'm good. I got a lot of shit to do.
How are people gonna make money?
If we didn't have to worry about that part, I'm assuming I still get paid significant amounts of money that just exists. If that's not part of the deal, then that's a different conversation.
I think I think in terms of what are the jobs going to look like down the road? If everything's automated, our jobs will be focused on maintaining the automation, right? There's always got to be someone on the back end. So the need for human is not is I don't foresee that it'll ever be completely gone.
Do you think our world will end up like Star Trek?
I mean, we got lasers.
Like
Star
Trek,
it's more like Star Wars.
exactly.
You guys feel like it's going to be more of Star Wars than Star Trek?
I mean, minus the space travel, like, yeah.
So
I
who's
don't know.
Darth Vader? I mean, I just.
In some respects, so I was thinking about. We were actually discussing this at our family dinner last night, which was Jimmy Carter died, and he was 100, and we were talking about. Imagine, like that guy's view of the world in his 20s, right? And they barely even had. You had to still call an operator for the most part to make a phone call. Yeah. And now he's left, he's dying, and people are probably writing some eulogies for him, like by putting in a prompt into an AI thing on their phone. I mean, it's mind-blowing. And we were thinking, what is going to be the leap in the change in perspective that we have between now and when we are 100?
Yeah, it's going to be nuts. It's going to be nuts.
I like the fact that you are assuming we're all going to make it to 100.
Well, you're doing all the wellness stuff. You're just riding along.
You know, look at the lifespan of people. It's increasing rapidly. And this is another, you know, like I said before, this is why we're not meant to be monogamous past a certain, you know, point. When humans live to 5 years old, it makes sense. But now, you know, people are going to be living even longer. I think I looked this up recently. The average male life expectancy in the U.S. is 78, and for women it's 83 or 84. So it's increasing rapidly. So look, we gotta fuck a lot of different people. That's what it comes down to.
Oh Lord, Stephen, is this what you want to talk about? Your whole like some crap that we were talking about on that one episode? That's how we're ending the year. No, actually, no. We're going to talk about that. Last episode of the year. We can talk about that in January.
Be happy and fuck a lot.
We can talk about that in January. Jesus Christ.
Oh. That's your holiday greeting card. 2025.
Oh, God.
There's a T-shirt right there.
You have that one. I will not want any. You can have that one.
He's got his smiling face with like 2 thumbs up.
Oh, you just have to just make it even worse, right?
Honestly, I would laugh my ass off if I got a card from somebody like that. I would literally lose my mind laughing.
You see that, Robbie?
Of course you would. Yes, the same thing, because this is the same lane as the boobs. It's no different. Same lane as the boobs.
Well, that's what you can tune in here to hear once every few weeks. You're on Miscellaneous Candor.
We're not ending yet.
Okay.
I do want to say one thing just about, we talked about Jimmy Carter, and I am going to just say that I think it's really interesting that this was the year where it was the demise of the hip-hop mogul.
Yeah.
I'm not just talking
for all the stuff.
Jay-Z and all the stuff. Just that whole environment has just crumbled in front of us.
Yeah, it's never gonna be the same kind of.
No, it's not. It's never gonna be the same, and I don't know how I feel about that. Just because, you know, I feel like those 90s songs were they're so much a part of everything that's new that comes out. So, you know, I'm kind of having some issues with that, with the culture part of it. But
yeah, and do you think it's going to affect the way? It's definitely going to affect the way music is created. Do you think it's going to affect the kind of music that's created?
Yes and no. I just think that it's just going to be either people are going to go underground and they're still going to do the same shit, and they're just like no one's ever going to have the phone or anything. Like they're going to check for cameras and all that. Or there's a part of me that feels like there's going to be a backlash against all of this crazy stuff that's been happening. There's going to be a period where people actually want to try to be good and have some ethics. And maybe it's just because that's what I want. And so this is like me projecting, which very well could be the case. But I'm just thinking that people are tired of all of the bullshit, all of the negativity, all of the meanness, all of the, it's too much. I mean, like all of the stuff that was going on Twitter recently with Vivek and Elon and Lori, whatever her name is, and the other MAGA people. It's enough already. I don't think I'm the only one that's exhausted by just everybody being a piece of shit. But I don't know. You guys tell me.
Agreed.
Did we lose Greg because he wanted to end early? Maybe.
No. I'm multitasking. Yeah.
Well, can you give us your last comment, Greg, and then we will end this podcast?
My last comment is.
Okay, did you hear what I said? Because you were multitasking it. I know you.
I did hear what you were saying, and I'm like, I'm going to go into. Yes, I did, and I'm going to go into the year with a renewed sense of optimism, despite some challenges that lay ahead. And I'm kind of over a lot of that stuff too, and like, it's one of the reasons I'm just not on LinkedIn nowadays. Is I can't even deal with LinkedIn because I just don't. I gotta focus. I can't have this distraction. Right. People posting their self-aggrandizing circle jerk about their knowledge and experience.
Yeah,
you're absolutely right. Then the occasional like political comment thrown in here. I'm good.
I'm so disappointed.
Clearly you're not going to go back on LinkedIn because we've had this conversation offline.
I'm with you though. I'm so
like my self-aggrandizement post that I just posted for the end of the year, and then go back off.
Yeah, see, if I was on there, you'd make me go like it or something.
I would.
Was this really what LinkedIn was supposed to be? It's so disappointing. To your point, Greg, it's just ridiculous what you got to see on LinkedIn. It's become something I don't think this is what they foresaw it to be, but what it's become. They didn't take into consideration human nature.
I'm sorry, but I feel like LinkedIn is probably one of the most sterile social media platforms.
But that's a low bar. Low bar.
Exactly. And that's my point. You're making my point for me. That's a place where, like, you might have a little bit of controversy, but it's never anything like X or Instagram. And I just think that people are tired of it. We need to have more in-person contact. I guess that's one of the things I'm going to do next year. I'm going to do more in-person contact. Don't be surprised, Greg, if I just show up at your motherfucking door knocking, because it's time for us to stop just being online and being on text and all of that stuff. It's not the same thing.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, all right. It's time for us to end. Everyone.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to Miscellaneous Candor. Frank, Honest, and Steven, the last part.
And otherwise outspoken.
Yes! Goodbye, everyone. Have a wonderful, wonderful new year.